make sure we are live today. I need a notification. I need something that says we are live. I did the thing where I turned my camera around, so I literally cannot see what it looks like from now unless I can get it to pull up on the laptop near me, and then I can see all the goodness. But I'm still not convinced we're actually recording and we're actually live. Is there anybody out there? It's hard when you're your own camera person on a Tuesday morning in this wonderful office that I actually had to shut off the air conditioning so you could hear me, because it's a window unit and it's really loud, which is great for taking naps. But I can't come here to take naps. I mean, maybe I could, like someday when I'm famous. But right now I come here to escape my children, just kidding, 2 days a week, and get all the things done so I can be home with them the other 5 days of the week, which I love, which is the hardest thing for me. So we just have to make sure we're live. Stay with me because today is like all the beautiful things. I need to be able to see your comments and all the things. So let's see if I can figure this out. Is anybody seeing this live? Oh, I see us. I see us. Hold on. Let me see here. I got you guys. It's delayed, but it says we're live now. Let me just make sure we have no sound here. But I will be able to see you guys, and I will be able to see your comments. I think, they're delayed. Let's see if this is real time or not. Oh, it does say we have some people on here, so let's figure this out. Oh, really? Does it have to put the horns on it? Okay, guys, I have to change the filter. This is ridiculous. Let me see if I can not have horns on a filter, right? Can we change that? Who even would think that we have to do that? Alicia, thank you. I see you now. All right, I got it on my phone. Oh, I see you now. Thank you, thank you, thank you. 1 minute ago, now I got rid of the lovely devil horns. Good morning, Sister Pat. All right, we've got some action here. A Tuesday morning feels like a Monday morning when you don't work on Monday. Okay, I'm feeling really good about this. I feel like we need to dive in. It's saying right now we have 5 people on. This is super exciting to me because I don't know if I've ever had 5 friends before, but I'm like so excited right now. And we have Mackenzie live today. We don't need a replay, my friend, unless I talk too long and you can't hang in there long enough. So I'm going to be super excited to see you there. I was up late last night dreaming of a t-shirt line that we could make for these little girls to help them with bonding with their moms and creating positive messages and helping us to help them, so we don't always have to wear the I Do Hard Things t-shirt, which is like a real thing when I know I have to stay home with my kids. That is my favorite t-shirt. And if you think that it's just me and you, let me tell you, when Abby has to stay home with the kids, she puts that one on too. So it's not just me and it's not just you. It's hard things. It's good things, but it's hard things. So let's get started today. I'm so glad to show you guys some things. Full disclosure, I've been wanting to share about some of this for a while, and we just have so many topics and so many things, but I was kind of looking at this store and looking at the sales, and I'm like, why are these things not selling? We have some amazing pieces, necklaces. I don't know how much of this you can see on here. I'll pull them up as we go, but they're not selling, and I totally priced them below Amazon prices, any MSRP. I don't want to be too expensive. You can always have that coupon code, do FRIEND5 anytime. It will take $5 off your purchase. It works on everything, I think, except the T-shirt of the month club, because that would be an automatic charge type of a thing. But FRIEND5 works on anything in the store. So these items are already priced below below MSRP, what you're going to find in the store, and then you can still use that coupon code. So go check it out somewhere else, but I promise you, if you love these things, you can't find them anywhere else. So I'll even start with like the cheapest one so you can tell. This is like the most gorgeous. I don't know if you've seen this. My mom bought this and she looks stunning in this. So this is the Blessed pink necklace. Let me hold that up for you. See if you guys can see that. And I apologize if we're too far away. I'm still trying to figure out this camera thing. But if you can see that pale pink with the gold on it. And this is why I wanted to highlight the worn gold collection today, because I bought several things with that worn gold because I think it's just such a cool summer staple. I don't know if you could see that when I held that up. Let me do it a little bit longer. And even the chain has like some individual, it's got like bars in between. So anyways, this was not worn gold, I want to say, but the whole point is watch when you put it with a piece of worn gold. So if you can tell right there, like if you see how cool that looks, and I'm going to show you that bracelet in just a minute. That's our spring chain bracelet. It's really cool. So I just want to encourage you. I think because for so much of my life, I tried to be matchy-matchy. I don't know, when you grew up in the 90s or like, you know, early 2000, if you had like, you had to wear all gold or all silver or all one metal to be matching. And by the time I got around to the trend and by the time I could afford it, like I wasn't doing it. And then by the time I got to where maybe I didn't care or maybe I was like trying things on my own, I didn't want to try to fit in anymore. So I just started wearing all the things that I thought I wanted, and at least it would look pretty. So if you see me mixing metals and you see me doing things like this, it's only because like I don't want to try to be the matchy-matchy and fit in all the time. So that's why I do what I do. You're welcome to do whatever. But you know what? Look at that silver with the gold. So maybe I can sell you on that. So anyways, mixing metals is a thing for me, and the leather is a thing for me too. So like if you never considered, watch our leather, Faith Over Fear. I just pulled these out today. I wasn't even going to show them because I had picked everything worn gold, but I really wanted to highlight like how you mix these things together. Look how the black and the pink and the gold go together. So if you're ever afraid of mixing things, just try it. So if you don't like the black or that's too heavy for you and you want silver, look at the silver and the black with the pink. I'm going to hold that for a second because I have a delay and I need to make sure you guys can really see this because I'm trying to... Okay, I guess you get it. You did a good job on that. So, okay, try the silver. If that's not your thing, guess what? We also have the leather, the brown leather with the gold. So there's so many ways you can figure out your personality mixing with things. And if the pink is throwing you off in that gold, I just want to kind of explain, like, you might have some gold pieces and then you might want to blend them in, you know, with some of this other stuff that we have going on here. I ordered all the worn gold. I had Abby sit with me and help me choose some things for her collection, things that she would like for her age. So if you ever want to buy for teenage girl through early 20s, we have Abby's collection. I ordered these myself because she did not pick these, and once they came in the store, she has been buying them for herself and for friends. She wore them at youth camp, and some of the younger girls were asking where she got the stuff, and so she was buying for them too. And so I just really want to encourage you. To me, worn gold is the summer rule breaker. It's like the coolness of summer. Like you can wear these and it goes along with the laid back, easy peasy, all the things that go along with summer. And I just want to show you how easy this is if you're not like a lock mechanism person. You push this in. Of course, it's a great example while under all the pressure. But watch how large that ring is. I'm being super careful here, but it has a super large ring right here, and you can zoom in on these in the store if you want some more details. It looks super simple like that. So that ring really just lets you, if you don't like help with your jewelry, don't have someone there with you, you just push down on the locking mechanism and it slides back through. And these are brand new, so I'm going to say they are a little tight, but there it is. And look how easy that was. So that's why we call it the spring ring chain, the bracelet. It does look stunning. It looks stunning by itself if you're going out for dinner. Or again, this is where you would start mixing those things. Even the black, I mean, that is just so striking. I wouldn't have picked black, but maybe your outfit is more like that. If you're more of a warmer color person, like I am, then pick the brown. I do like the black. And then you could also mix that together. There's the silver. So if you're all about mixing the metals, I mean, that is such a fresh summer look. And that's what I mean about the worn gold. Like that matte, to me, already says it's comfortable, it's casual, but you're making it a special occasion. So when I got these worn pieces, I was just in love with them. And I really wanted to share them with you. Because like I said, outside from Abby and her friends, they're not selling. And they are so cool. So since paper clips are all the rage, we have that one too. So there's our paperclip padlock bracelet. Oh, I forgot to tell you, what is the spring ring? Okay, so that one's $18. And then remember, the coupon code for $5 off, that would get you this thing for $13. And it really is stunning. And the Blessed Pink bracelet is $10. So the padlock paperclip chain, again, it has like that worn gold feature on it. That is $18 also. And these make just really beautiful. I mean, if you're doing gifts for someone, what a special gift. Again, it has that push down clasp that makes it super easy. Like this one is even easier because I think the shape and that paper clip is really easy to hold on to, that long rectangle. So you just push down on that thing. That thing is beautiful. And again, if you're mixing, it's just looking so beautiful. The black or the brown. I think Alicia bought both, but that might have been for a gift. But man, to mix both of those, it really is stunning. And we just went ahead and got the necklace for you too. This is a shorter necklace, so it's coming like right here, and you can see that on the model in the on the website in the photos. If you click into the photos before you buy it. Yeah, Mackenzie, you're a perfect example of having that silver bracelet. I love that because the silver makes it pretty, but summer makes it casual. I think that one has black script on it. What did I do with silver? Yeah, the black script on it. I feel like you could wear that camping, you know, and take the kids out for the nighttime activities, and like you still feel like a person who did something, but yet you're so casual and it's comfortable. It has the adjustable, you know, 2 snaps. So if you like it tighter, do it for your little girls. You know, you've got for $10. This could be a great bracelet option. Again, with the coupon code, making it $5 for a leather bracelet, and they're stunning. So we have the padlock necklace to match, and this is something Abby adored. So if you are teens and tweens, she bought it for the tweens that were admiring it, and early 20s. So there is the padlock to match, and again, you've got the worn gold option. I don't think I saw my mom with that one, but she may have mixed both, because that was a shorter one mixed with the Blessed is a little bit longer. And so there you have an amazing look. The necklace itself is also 18. So 18, 18, 18. And then the leather is 10, the Blessed is 10. And then let me show you this wooden round pendant. This one is 10 as well. This thing is long. I almost wanted to wear it myself today. So there's a longer one you might want to mix in with something. And again, you've got that worn gold. It's wooden, it's light. There's a braid in the chain, if you can see that. So it's just a little different, maybe more casual. I don't know if that would make it more formal for you. But again, what that worn gold looks like when you put that together, it's really looking stunning. There is just that delay still, so let me make sure you guys can see that. I have to work on the angle, but anyways, we're gonna get there. We're gonna figure this out. Sherry, are you on today? Good morning. All the way across the ocean, I think, and I get to see you here. Look at me wiping my sweat. I think it's hot where you're at, right? I think I'm gonna start putting my hair up, but I mean, it was kind of nice to wear it down for a change. So anyways, guys, back to all the mixing and matching. I wanted you to understand how to not be afraid of mixing, and when we call it the worn gold, like how well that looks in the middle of, you know, mixing it with all these things. There's just so many options here. And then we could put like the black leather again with that gold. There's your Faith Over Fear. And look at the two different ones. And again, if you're using that coupon code, it's $5 off, you know, any one of these items. So there's a lot of great things here. I wanted to take a minute and showcase those, guys. They really are stunning. And the wooden one, did I tell you, is $10. So, I mean, you use that coupon code and you just got this necklace for $5. So I'm super proud of the way we built in some of the, I don't call them cheaper items, but like more casual dress pieces of jewelry. Dress, was that conflicting? Casual dress pieces. Casual, beautiful pieces, I think is what I'm going for. So yeah, you're not gonna, you know, plan on keeping them forever and ever, I guess, or they can be more trendy pieces because you didn't invest a lot of money. But then we do have some of the more beautiful, like this is going to last you for a while. The locking mechanisms are super comfortable, and you can buy the pieces to go together even for a better gift. So I love all of those, and I just wanted to give them their place in our store. Coupon code FRIEND5, get you $5 off anything you see here. Alicia, you couldn't decide between the brown and the black, so you got both and you're not sorry. I had a feeling that was going to happen, but I didn't know if you were going to give it as a gift, so I didn't want to spoil it away. I feel the same way. When I come in here with these pieces and I see all the ways to mix and match, I just want to have fun with them. And I know that I love what I'm wearing. I know they go with so many things. So all these versatile pieces, I hope you feel like you can, you know, mix and match all of those. So they're all here. I love the mixing. I'll just take a quick plug. This guy is, let's call it copper and danburite. Copper is amazing. We have a few different sizes. I wish I could highlight this more often. I wish I could take them all home with me. Every one of them is different. Every stone is a different shape is what I mean. They all have the copper and they all have the danburite stone. These are 37 because they are the pure mixed metal. So I really wanted that, the pure danburite is what I'm saying. I'm mixing metals in my head here. I'm trying to give you ideas and reasons, like ways to mix all this together and to realize like it's okay to mix those metals, and they are stunning. So this is one of the more higher priced items in the store. If you add that coupon code, it's $32. This is a really special gift, and copper has a lot of value in the sense that it's not going to wear on you. It's not, this isn't just a costume piece of jewelry. This is more of a high end. It'd be a really special gift. Like I would put this with one of our leather journals and give it to a graduate or someone who just achieved like a huge life promotion or something like that. And again, mixing it with even that pink blessed. When my mom wore that, we were FaceTiming one day and I saw that, and the way that it all went together was just so cool. And you could soften it up if you wanted to do the brown. It has the gold again. So there's just so many ways you can do this. So I wanted to encourage you, as you buy one piece at a time, or you put a few together, or you're like me and you just want them all. Oh, Mom, you're there, and I was totally talking about you. I wish I could pull you up live. Did you have your blessed necklace on this morning? I don't remember. I was driving while I was FaceTiming, so I wasn't supposed to really looking. So yeah, but there she is anyways. Mom was the first one to buy the blessed one, and it is really pretty. So last piece, and my favorite piece I want to share with you a little bit this morning, is the mustard seed necklace. There is a blog post connected to the actual piece in the store online because this is really special to me. So when we first got Liam, and it took a couple months, but we were getting pretty worn down with the appointments and not sleeping through the night and blah, blah, blah. And along came my birthday, and I did not feel like celebrating. And to be fair, every birthday since I've had kids, when Tim asked me what I want for my birthday, I say to be alone or to not have the kids or something like that. And he said, okay, pick something else. Like 2 or 3 times he's really tried to make that happen, but I guess it's like moving mountains or dealing with our crew is a lot. So anyway, that's what I want, and that's kind of not what I get. So Mom feels really bad because she is 500 miles away, and there's nothing she can do about it. So she calls my best friend who owns a spa and says, please send her there. And Tim says, go there. And they all work together, and I end up at the spa on my birthday. And while I was waiting, or maybe I was just shopping at the end, I don't know, I came across this mustard seed necklace. And the theme has followed us ever since we moved down here. I mean, even as a child, I knew the verses about the mustard seed. If you have faith as a grain of a mustard seed. And I didn't quite understand it, but Tim became a teacher in the Bible school after we graduated, and he shares a lot about the mustard seed in his class. And we had a student one time give him a bookmark that had a mustard seed ingrained in it. And it's just really special the way it's evolved through the years. And so here I am, broken and exhausted and not really sure what I'm doing with my life. Happy birthday to me. It was like so surreal to be in the spa, having such a beautiful day when the darkness and heaviness at home was legit. And so I was shopping in her gift shop inside the spa, and here comes this mustard seed necklace. And I'm not one for things. I'm not one for jewelry. I love these things that we have here. I try to pick pieces that only I love or what I would wear. It has the mustard seed inside of it. It moves around. And on the back, it is inscribed, if you have faith as a grain of mustard seed, nothing shall be impossible unto you. And I love that that was on there. And I bought it for myself that day as a gift for myself, and I wore it so often. I would pair it, since it's a longer one, I would pair it with shorter necklaces too. And so you'd have like the little one up here and the longer one. But to me, it was so much more than the necklace. It was a comfort. It was a promise for what we were going through. And I did something for myself, and I bought something for myself, and that meant a lot to me. It was just a really powerful turning point. Well, somehow in all the days after I had it for a year or two and the necklace got lost, I'd have to reread the blog post for the details, but you can read it there. There's a click through and everything. You can read about the post from where it came from, because it was on Facebook. I shared the one day, and I transferred it over to the website when I knew I was finding these. And it was missing for a long time, and I was really sad about that because there weren't any more in the store. I probably could have asked Anna, and she probably would have found the vendor and got them for me, but it was like I knew somewhere. I went through all my purses that could have been. I went through all my jewelry. I cleaned out my jewelry, and it was not showing up, and I was really sad, and I hated that I was like attached to a piece of metal, but it was so special to me. And months went by, and one day I'm driving down the road, and I'm literally digging in my purse for something completely unrelated, and I knew I felt this thing. And I had checked that purse, and I had checked those pockets 100 times hands down before I emptied out the whole thing. But that day, that necklace was in that pocket, and I just held it. I'm driving. I think I was looking for a granola bar. I was getting so hangry, and I found this instead. And I just sat there holding it, knowing it was just one of those other moments that God was with me. And I've never lost it since. I haven't worn it as much either, but it's been a really busy and mentally hard season, and we all had to stay home, so why am I putting on jewelry? Anyways, so I met a friend this year, and I got to have coffee with her sometimes. And she teared up one day at the coffee shop and just explained to me how how hard it is for her to believe, you know, that God could even just use her right where she is. Like, she wants to do all these great things for God, and she has this heart, but she just feels so unworthy. And instantly I knew that mustard seed necklace, like, I had to get that for her. But I'm like, I know Anna doesn't have anymore. How am I gonna find it? Okay, now it's time for me to ask her, find the vendor, stock my store, here it is, we're gonna do this. And I told myself I'd work on it next week, and I took my boys for haircuts, and I think it was Caleb brought it to me and handed it to me at the spa at the store. She had one more hiding somewhere. I don't know where he got it from, but there was that mustard seed necklace. So I bought that thing so fast. It had the labels on it so I could track the vendor. And anyways, I asked Anna, and she gave me the link to the website to sign up as a wholesale vendor, and I was able to give this gift to my friend and kind of explain like why it meant so much to me, and to try to encourage her along the way. And then I was able to stock them in the store. So that's why they're here. Like, they come in the cutest bag. I can't say I'm like the fan of the red, but it comes in this really sweet bag, still wrapped in plastic because it is metal. So I don't know what you call this type of metal. It goes, what is it, brown? Like, I don't even know. I don't want to call it gold. It's not gold. Every one of them is a little bit different. They will tell you there's just a little bit about the edges because they're handmade, handcrafted. These are $22 in the store. So if you want to put that coupon code towards that, makes it $17. Super special, and I love that it has the verse literally etched into the back of it. It's ingrained in the back of it. And I remember even wearing it to church sometimes, and Kimber would flip it over. She wasn't even living with us at the time. She was coming for sleepovers, and we were trying to figure out how to get her in and let her feel comfortable, and just making it this process to figure out how to do our family. And she would stand there during praise and worship, and she would read the back of it. And of course, I would probably be a blubbering mess if I wasn't like in my stone wall emotional mode and wouldn't let myself feel anything. So it was one or the other. Mostly, I was in awe of how such a special promise could be in such a small place and do such big things. So if you are in a place where you need a little bit of encouragement, and you think a mustard seed, like, do you guys see how small this is? But Google how big a mustard seed tree becomes. They're incredible. You can't even understand the proportion size. Am I saying that right? What such a tiny seed can grow. And I guess that's what I think sometimes when I'm just kind of doing the next right thing and I don't really know what I'm doing, or feel like it's so small and it's so insignificant. If I could just encourage you to have like a mustard seed moment and realize it doesn't have to be big. God doesn't need big because he can do the big. It's nothing to him. But when we take our small of the mustard seed and just do what we need to do with it and just plant it and just do the next right thing, he does the miraculous job of growing. And one thing I've really been chewing on this week, we got some big news in a lot of ways, some hard news. We're buying 100 acres and it's taking forever. And some of that, we've been believing for it for almost 20 years, and it's been 6 to 12 months that we've been working on the sale of it. And it's all reasons, it's all, it's just the way it is. But it's coming. Excuse me. But it's 100 acres, and part of that is expansion for the store. Like, my hope is to clean out the basement of that house. There's a house on the land, and move the store into there so we don't have some stuff up here and some stuff down there, and this is where we ship things, and this is where we cut things, and this is where we fold things. It is all over the place, like cut up in this house, and there's not air conditioners in every room, there's not ventilation in every room here. Over there is. So I'm kind of biding my time, but I also can't get over there yet, and our volume is not quite there yet, and all the things. But anyways, that's been taking a long time, and we got some news on a house that we were dreaming of. It was 3 times the price of what we ever imagined it was going to be, and we didn't even know how we were going to build the 1 or 2 times, never mind the 3 times size. And So anyways, I was chewing on that, and I also know the God piece where you say, okay, God, I know you gave me this dream. I know you gave me this vision for my home and my family, and I know it's you. I know it, but it's impossible. And so it was just really heavy news, and we're just trying to be patient, just trying to process. And I really got dealt with in church on Sunday. Like, I went to serve and to celebrate, and it was one of my favorite preachers ever. He was the first preacher I ever heard when we moved down here, just visited down here, and go figure, he's there again after 20 years. And I was soaking up all the goodness and laughing even as he's stepping on my toes. And at the end, he got to really focus on a lot of the life of Joseph. So I would just encourage you, if you're in a mustard seed season, get in Genesis and read the life of Joseph, because hands down, it was so unfair what happened to him. All the things that happened to Joseph. He was so unjustly treated, and even if he was a tattletale, and even if he was an annoying little brother, I'm not quite sure how to read in between the lines, in scripture, and with all the things the Bible says and doesn't say, I don't want to interpret anything, except that, like, even if he was all those things, what happened to him was so unfair. That he was sold into slavery by his own brothers, and then even worked his way up and got the favor of Potiphar, and then was unjustly accused of taking advantage of Potiphar's wife, and he went to jail, he went to prison for that, and it was just horrible. Until God brought him out into Pharaoh's house. He was forgotten for so many years. It was so unfair what happened to him. But his response was, his brothers were scared to death, that he was going to kill them once they realized who he was, and they knew what he did, and now he's second in command in all of Egypt. And they kind of knew, like, their day of reckoning was coming. And Joseph said to them, what the enemy meant for evil, God meant it for good. God turned it around for good. And that has always spoken volumes to me through the things that we have gone through that seem too hard or too unfair or unjust. And I'm thinking, I know we sowed good seeds. Like, why is this even happening? Not that we're supposed to be promised, flowery beds of ease, but it's hard when you go through stuff and you just wonder, and then you're not #blessed, the American culture gospel of what a blessing actually is. To think that God chose us to go through the dark things or the unfair things. It was in the valleys that he showed up, and it was in the valleys that he did the biggest work in our lives and in our hearts. And so I would not trade that for anything. But still, I'm looking at our current situation, and I'm like, Lord, it's so unfair. Why can't we have the closing? Why can't we afford the house that we want, the house that you showed us? I know you did. I didn't feel anything in my heart to compromise, and I still don't know where we're headed with any of that, but it was just this holding pattern. And my favorite preacher got to the end, and he said, towards the end of Genesis, Joseph had 2 children. And they were named Ephraim and Manasseh. And Ephraim was the oldest one. And I want to look up, I'm sorry I didn't look up the exact meaning for you this morning before I got on here. But it was basically forget the past. Can you imagine naming your son over what you were going through? Like, God has forgotten my past, or to forget the past. And his second son, he called Manasseh. And Manasseh means double portion. So to me, what I'm thinking here, who do I have? Oh, Becca, good morning. Oh, I'm so glad. Sorry, I'm just going to keep rambling because I'm almost done with my punchline. Just join me for a minute, okay? I'm so glad to have you here too. So Manasseh is a double portion. And right there, sitting in that chair, God just spoke to me and said, you have to forget the hard things that have happened in the past before you get your double portion. And so I really felt to share that with you all this morning, even with the mustard seed. It feels so small, and the past can be so overwhelming. Look at me crying on a Tuesday morning. Welcome to, what even is this, Tuesdays with Tara? it's a store show, right? We're showing all the things in the store, and here's my shenanigans. We have to put it in God's hands. We have to let him know that we're okay in the palm of his hand, and whatever he chooses to do with us, we're going to go with, and we're going to serve him, and we're going to love him. Because you can't get to your double portion until you forget what was in the past. So I'm still working on that, clearly, obviously. But I just want to encourage you today, when I think of that mustard seed, and I think of how small it is, I think of what we have, and I think of, to me it's so small, it's so insignificant, it's so little. But when we give it over to the Lord, and when we say, whatever you want to do with it, God, that's when he can do the work. You have to let it go. You have to put it in the ground. You have to let that seed go into the ground and die alone. It's not my dream. It's the Lord's. And at the end of the day, if you know that he has given you a dream, Joseph's dreams came when he was a child, when he was a teenager. And I just can't help but wonder how many nights he laid in bed, well, how about on a rock and a piece of stone in the middle of prison in Egypt, forsaken, forgotten, feeling that way, and thinking, why did you give me these dreams to let me live a life like this? And I just want to encourage you to keep going and to keep holding on, because where you're at right now is not your final destination, and God's just looking at what is in our hearts, what he can use. And if we're willing to say, wherever you go, wherever you take me, I'm going where you're going. And if it means prison, it means prison. If it means I stay in our 30 by 30 square foot house and for the rest of our lives with these 6 crazy kids, and I never move the store into a bigger building, and we never get to the corner store, I'll know that I did my best to follow the Lord. I'll know I did what he told me to. It's just up to him. It's all up to him, so he can have the glory. It's no glory if I can come up with a business plan and just come up with it myself based on Facebook followers or email addresses, and it's all good. All the benchmarks are all good. But if it's not God, and if he doesn't get the glory, what's the purpose? So I just want to encourage you today, if you're stuck, if you're in that place, if you have your mustard seed moment, just hold on. If you have faith as a grain of mustard seed, nothing shall be impossible unto you. So I hope you guys have the most wonderful day today. Getting a little emotion handle here over store items, but I know God is doing great things. And we'll see you on Thursday for another devotional and another t-shirt and all the fun things. And that's it for Tuesdays with Tara. Love you guys so much, and thank you for being here with me and all the craziness. Someday we'll sit in a building when I don't sweat all the time when I'm talking, but just know how much I appreciate you being here with me in the small things, because one day there'll be big things. At least I'll know I did what he told me to. So have a great day, guys.